I greet you, my brothers and sisters. Today, we have very serious concern about the exorbitant prices of fuel in this country. The Honorable Minister informed Parliament that the government is capable of controlling the prices of fuel. But what is going on currently, if you are taking the route going to northern Uganda, you could see that there is something unique going on. The prices of fuel in the northern corridor is different from other areas. Currently, the price of fuel in Kampala is at 5,200, that is diesel. Petrol at 5,500. But the fuel prices in northern Uganda is extraordinarily high. All along, we used to see the differences of 200 shillings, 300 shillings, purposely to cover the transport cost. But currently, that is not the case. Example, the Member of Parliament from West Nile, Honorable Rosso Biga, informed Ugandans that the current price of fuel in Arua and West Nile in general stands at 11,000 shillings per litre. Sometimes they sell at 10,000. Sometimes it goes up to 12,000 shillings. It depends on the mood and the petrol stations. Where I come from in Amur district, sometimes they give at 8,000 shillings, sometimes at 9,000 shillings. It depends on their mood. For me, I thought commodity like fuel, the prices should be at least slightly uniform. If it is different, the differences should be very slight. This is why we are thinking that there are other people who are trying to exploit our people. The fuel dealers are ordering fuel with speculations of exploiting and selling the fuel at a very higher cost. This is quite serious. Now we call upon the government to rein on those fuel dealers. Government should make sure that the fuel dealers are brought to book. Those who are auditing fuel, selling at a very high prices, yet there is no serious fuel crisis in this country. I am grateful when the minister informed Parliament that government is in control and they are capable of containing the prices of fuel. Then why do you really punish people, especially people who are following northern road? What is unique with northern Uganda? Compared to other parts of this country, at least in other areas, the fuel prices are quite reasonable. But fuel cost in northern Uganda is extremely high. Why are you ever exploiting our people? So government, you need to be very serious. Aware that wherever prices are high, the people that suffer the most are the consumers. Those who are taking in buses to Kampala, those who bought taxis, those who use border, are at the end, those are the people who will be paying all those costs. Because the transport owner would not wish to incur that loss. Therefore, all the losses are now being paid by the final consumer, which are the local people on the ground. Please, let us be serious. And to the fuel dealers, treat people in a human way. And don't force us leaders to take a radical decision and disorganize your business. Because if you continue exploiting all people, you come up with your own price, you sell fuel at your own price, automatically it will force us to take a very drastic decision that will disorganize your business. And you would regret who would be buying your fuel that we are giving at a very higher cost. So please understand, compare prices, and put it at a reasonable way. If prices of fuel in Kampala is at 5,500, the differences should be 200 shillings, 300 shillings, even 400 shillings, just to cover the transport cost, but not doubling the price, going up to 10,000 when it is Kampala is only 5,000. This is so dubious. Please try to control the prices and behave like a businessman. Behave like a businessman in order for you to continue running your businesses in northern Uganda.